10 things that I've learned about poker and poker players that I learned just through coaching people how to become better players. And I want to share those 10 things with you right now. Number one, most players aren't playing poker. They're just gambling with their opinions. What does that mean? That means when someone says, I think someone has so-and-so, whatever hand that may be, that's just an opinion. Unless it can be articulated with reason and logic, that's just an opinion. That's a guess that more often than not is going to be wrong, but sometimes it's also going to be right. And your bankroll is just a ledger of how accurate your assumptions are. The better your assumptions, the more accurate the results are going to be in the long run. Number two, feel is the most expensive superstition at the table. Sometimes when you see someone make a hero call and they talk about it all the time, that one hero call is subsidized by 10 other quiet, forgettable, negative EV calls that were made that they never talk about. One story doesn't make a good sample size. So keep that in mind next time you hear someone about making a great, amazing call just because they felt X, Y, or Z. Number three, your opponent's leaks are permanent until they prove otherwise. That means if you are observing a player and you realize that they are imbalanced in some way or they have a massive leak in some in one direction or another, your job is to hammer at that. Your job is to take advantage of it as much as you can. And don't assume that this player is going to be able to fix that leak or change it up, because most of the times they're not going to be able to, until they prove to you that they have. So, for example, a calling station isn't going to wake up tomorrow as Tom Dwan. You know, if they overcall all the time, you just bet for value. If they overfold, you bluff. Stop waiting for them to adjust to you. You adjust to them. They don't adjust to you. Number four, most losing players are fighting the wrong enemy. They always think they're fighting against luck, but it's not luck. It's things like recency bias, sunk cost fallacy, ego, tilt. Luck just takes the blame because cognitive bias doesn't talk back. When you hear yourself or someone else talking about bad luck, is it really bad luck? Can you dive a little deeper and find out more accurately, more transparently where that leak is rooted? I'm sure you can. Number five, pot odds are the most underused phrase in live poker. If you don't know the price you're getting, you're not playing poker. You're just playing a guessing game with chips as the scorecard. You really need to understand what the pot is laying you and weigh that against the price that you have to pay. You know, everything has a price in life. Some things are worth it, some things are not. Some things are a good deal, some things are not a good deal. What we're trying to do is, according to the pot odds, accept the deals that are in our favor and reject the ones that are against us. This is, I think, this is exactly how Vegas was made. This is how exactly Warren Buffett has operated. He buys undervalued companies. And what you're trying to do at the poker table, you're trying to purchase undervalued spots. That's all you're trying to do. Number six, fancy play syndrome is a huge leak and it's an ego leak. Stop trying to outplay someone who can barely read a range or define a range. You're not a Picasso. You're not painting a portrait. You're not painting a scenery. You're not an artist. You're just the casino. You're the house. You're trying to build your edge and you're trying to maintain them. Let them make bad bets and then just collect. Number seven, Discipline is always more profitable than aggression. In today's poker education era, we often hear about aggression, and how profitable it is. That's not the entire story. Right aggression is profitable. Being aggressive in the right spots can be very profitable. But just aggression for the sake of aggression is devastating. So until you master the discipline of aggression, exercise some discipline and focus on how to harness your aggression. Everyone wants to be the table captain. The actual crushers fall when they're beat, and they fire when the math says they need to fire. And they don't do it for the room to notice. They do it for their own bottom line. They do it for their own bankroll. They do it for their own game. They don't care what the room thinks of them. Number 8, bankroll problems are discipline problems with a poker costume on. The same players crying bad beat or running bad or running cool are the same ones chasing losses, skipping their own stop losses, not having any discipline, over tipping after bad beats. Math doesn't fix that. Discipline fixes that. Number 9, the best players are not fearless. They're emotionally neutral. Fear and overconfidence are two sides of the same leak, the same coin. The best players I've coached don't feel nothing. They just don't act on it. They trust the process and not their emotions. And finally, number 10, poker mastery is not about learning more. It's about deleting the bullshit. The real work is unlearning. We've learned a lot of bad habits through our time as poker players. The day you stop chasing the perfect read and start trusting logic is the day your results actually start to change. And the best way to do that, the best way to get to that point, the best way to uncover your blind spots is getting coached by someone knowledgeable, trustworthy, and able to communicate the concepts that are so ingrained into this beautiful game that we play. Get a coach. If you know of one that you trust, approach them, talk to them. Get coached, get your game analyzed. If you don't have one, if you're looking for one, you're in luck, because I have opened up my calendar and it's filling up fast for a select few of you to get in touch with me for a 60-minute free session. You can find the link in the description below. It's my WhatsApp number. You can just message me and ask about the free coaching sessions that I'm offering right now. I hope to talk to you soon.